Hey guys, welcome to KWA Insider. This is our show.
The KWA. What's up guys, and welcome to another episode of KWA Insider. I'm really excited because things have been heating up with Fight Night, and we're going to be getting into it in this episode. I'm going to be joined by PNW Punk, and we're going to be talking about Fight Night, as well as revealing the Fight Night Championship belt, and something else. So make sure you guys keep your eyes peeled and stay tuned. Alright guys, so I'm here with Punk. Punk, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and can you tell us a little bit about Slaughter Project?
So the Slaughter Project started off as just kind of like a way to bring my home, where I was from is actually Kitsap County, but for a short amount of time it was called Slaughter County, which is kind of cool. So I wanted to bring like a horror genre look and vibe to the community, which it didn't have, and kept the patches really low, and it just built, and then the community kind of gave it meaning, and now it's international, and I'm floored. It's been a wild ride.
That's sweet, man. Yeah, I think we see people wearing those patches everywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's great. Well, how's commentating on KWA Fight Night? What's that experience like for you?
That has been extremely I've been playing airsoft for about like 16 years, so like commentating it now, and what KWA has been doing with Fight Night and bringing like a more like public-friendly, competitive, outlook to airsoft, and being a part of that is it's been a challenge because I've never done anything like it before. But we're here, and I'm having a great time. So I just play with it.
But I'm sure you get to bring your years of experience when you're commentating, and you know tactics, you know how people are moving.
I know how to fake it. I know how to fake it really well. I can look cool on camera, but in real life, all I do really is just scream at the opponent and just waste their time more often than I shoot them. So, I mean, knowing tactics, it's just playing. You play long enough, and you just you have an eye for it. So
you figure it out.
Fake it till you make it. Yeah.
And so, tell us a little bit about the championship rig that you set up.
So the championship was championship belt. It was something that I wanted, something different than just a belt. Everybody does belts. You see them everywhere. You can get them on Alibaba. You can get them on Etsy. You can get them wherever. I wanted to do something different where it's more of a chest rig. It has a little bit more character, personality to it, and if you want to still use a chest rig, you can still use it to play airsoft in, which is kind of important. So
I think it kind of plays to the speed softer in it.
It's
not, the championship belt, that's definitely cool.
Yeah.
But to wear something proud on your chest, to me, that's very speed softy.
You can show up and you can it's like the ultimate, plus you're just now draped in gold and everyone can see you and F that guy.
Yeah, that's a baller move. Can you tell us how you made it?
So how it was made is it's based off of an LBX chest rig. It has a lot of patch real estate, or a lot of Velcro real estate. And so when it came to putting this thing together, it had to, not only just hold up, but it had to be sturdy, it had to be strong, and I wanted it to be still functional. You can take everything off and you can still utilize it for whatever gameplay suits your fancy. So how it's all put together is there's these little Velcro tabs right here, and I had some of these custom multicam black panels made for each one of these different panels that houses a different part of the championship belt. This is all removable by a piece of Velcro flap, which is also an LBX piece. Basically just drilled holes into it, put grommets in it, and it's actually really well put together. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So then on the back, it's got a smaller little plaque so everyone who's behind you can also see that, bask in your glory. It was a really fun concept to bring to life, and I'm glad I got to be a part of it. So can you imagine going to a field and somebody just arbitrarily just wearing this around the field, and you're like, who the fuck is that guy? Well, the championship belt. So, bask in that.
So how's it working with different kinds of groups on this project, like KWA and SpeedQB?
I feel very fortunate to be able to work with a lot of different SpeedQB, KWA. SpeedQB and myself, we kind of I saw them when they came out to Oregon for the first time, and they were a new thing on the scene, and so I feel like we kind of grew in similar paths. So it felt good to be able to be kind of in that fold. And with KWA, I mean, I remember walking up to Tom and being like, hey, you guys do different stuff, and I'm about it. So like, and that's just kind of grown naturally too. So it doesn't really feel like, well, it's this big thing. It just kind of felt like all these puzzle pieces just kind of fit together. So, yeah.
Well, kind of on that note, one of the cool things that I think about Fight Night is that there's a lot of diversity in the player base. We're not just looking at speedsofters. We're not just looking at male speedsofters.
Right, and not only that, but it's kind of cool too because you hear a lot of the two different types of airsofts like talking trash at one another, and now you have like this 1v1 where you can have a mil simmer and a speedsofter, and now it's like put your money where your mouth is, man.
Exactly.
And you put a lot of those conversations to bed because I feel like we can just move past that and we're all playing airsoft. So.
Okay. So one of the big things we have to talk about is this $10,000 cash prize.
So the fact that there's a cash prize in airsoft kind of is insane, for one, and then $10,000 as that cash prize is like, most airsofters don't know what $10,000 looks like, and so like I feel like that's gonna change whoever wins is gonna like there's a lot you can do with that. So like Absolutely. That's kind of a big thing.
Oh yeah, I think it's a really big investment to the players, and it shows that we're as interested in them succeeding in a competitive environment as they are just competing in it.
Yeah, and not only that, but if there's a cash prize, I mean, what happens next? I mean, people are gonna want to chomp at the bit. They're like, oh, there's money involved in this. Mm-hmm. This could be the start of something that, like this type of competitive outlet and this championship as a whole can inspire somebody else to like turn it into something, you know what I mean? Like who knows where it can go.
Absolutely. I'm really excited to see how this money is going to affect the competitive nature.
Yeah. It's like college football kids getting, money, you're getting paid now. So,
it's a little bit of a mix of us getting towards the end of this bracket and now the introduction of the money that I think is going to start spicing things up.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the competition, I really saw people being very friendly.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted everybody to win.
And now you got money involved in it. We'll see what it happens.
It's high stakes.
Next. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So.
I know it's hard to say who it is that you think is going to win, but you talked a little bit earlier about really enjoying watching Dom, and now that he's going up against Ranger Rhett, how do you think that gameplay is going to go out? I
think Ranger Rhett, he's been a competitive person in Fight Night since the first episode, and it's I like the diversity of the people that Dom has gone up against. And so now Ranger Rhett, like, I'm really curious because Ranger Rhett's style has also changed over the course of Fight Night. So if Ranger Rhett can come through on that, that's going to be a huge upset, but it'll also kind of speak well to his ability to adapt. Where Dom that's pedigree. Like he's like terrifying. So.
Oh man, and what's crazy is he's so nice. You go up to Dom and he's the nicest person you've ever met.
Boy. Yeah.
And then he gets on the field and he's still nice.
Yeah.
He's calm.
He kills you with kindness.
You have no idea what's coming.
Yeah.
Just you're dead.
Yeah. There's like how quickly his reflexes are. It's hard to really kind of compare that to other people because that's some people have and some people don't. So.
Oh yeah, and that boy's got it.
He's got it. So I mean, if I had to go, I'm gonna go with Dom. Honestly, sorry, Ranger.
So we did have a last-minute change-up. We've got Gunner coming in instead of Union Virus. He's gonna play against Valiant. What do you think about this matchup?
So Gunner actually, like, he's a good friend of mine, and I know he's been on this journey with Fight Night, and we saw him, lose in the last round, but I understand that there's a dropout. We have Gunny's coming back, and I think this is like a second coming for Gunny, and I really want him to treat it as such, because like I felt like he didn't play to his best ability, because it was a switch up, so kind of threw him off. But I think this is a good proving ground for him. And Valiant, how Valiant got here is he defeated Figgy and then Ghost. So like obviously he's not somebody to take lightly. So that's going to be a good matchup. I'm really excited for that one.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. I know that Gunner has the opportunity to kind of redeem himself right now.
Yeah.
But he's going up rifle player, so I'm interested to see how that playstyle is, or if it is at all going to change going up against the same class.
I think, and I think that Gunny knows his weaponry enough, and I think that Gunny has a new outlook that I think is gonna really kind of light a fire under him. So, Gunny, I'm gonna call you out. I want you to take this one. So
Young versus Crystal, that's going to be really interesting. We've got two pretty well-known, I think, speed softers. I would call them both speed softers.
Yeah.
And they're gonna go up against each other. And I love watching Young play. He's got a really cool play style.
You know, and Young right now is, I mean, the community has dubbed him as the future. You know, and it's almost like he put that, you know, Young quotations, the future, and then whatever, you know what I mean? Like, so it's going up against Crystal. That's, you know, Crystal showed her skills up against Tactical Rose, and
that was just a straight out.
Hold on, wait. So
you said you didn't know who's gonna win anything.
Crystal versus Young. I'm taking Young.
Yeah.
He's incredibly fast. He thinks on his feet. Like in every single match that we've seen him in, if his gun goes down, he's going for points, and he will literally run circles around you, and you won't know where he's at. Or if he's got a gun in his hand and it does work, he makes quick work. I mean, he went up against Manny and he had an objective, he knew what he wanted, and he took it without any hesitation. And so, I don't know. That's just Crystal. Prove me wrong, like please. But for right now, I'm saying Young.
The day he ran circles around that field, I was almost convinced that he was going to take home that win. He's going to take home the belt. Like, he knows what he's doing.
He's a strong competitor. It'd be hard not to put money on him.
So the main event, we've got Rusta versus TTG Ryan. That is definitely going to be interesting. We've seen Ryan make pretty quick work out of his competitors. But something I said, and something I'm still interested in seeing if he can prove me wrong, is he's had a little bit easy in this bracket, I think.
Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, like, so the last round was like against Bill, and that was a fun match. And I liked their dynamic, that they, you know, like it really did feel like friends going up against. But like Rooster's a different animal.
Oh yeah.
He is an animal, and so it's. To see him like go up against Ryan, like Ryan's gonna have his work cut out for him, because Rusta has like a very unorthodox approach to engagement, and it's very aggressive, it's very harsh. So I want to like that's gonna be a good one for a main card. That's gonna be good.
I don't know. I hope that Ryan really has the ability to kind of go up against this kind of speed softer, very crazy style.
Yeah, Rusta is like, as like aesthetically, Rusta is one of my favorite players in the sport. Rusta is one of my favorite players. So, without having too much bias, but like based off I'm basing this off of his past performance. I think Rusta is gonna take that one. So,
Ryan, please show us what you got.
Baby, come back.
So I hear there's a special slaughter patch and fight night combination. What's going on with that?
Oh, you mean this patch? Yeah, so there is a very small quantity of these collaboration patches with Fight Night, KWA, and the Slaughter Project. You can tell it basically takes after the Fight Night logo. These are going to be super exclusive, very special edition, like much wow. These are going to be hard to get. So we don't really know how we're going to do it yet, but there is going to be a giveaway with these patches or one of these patches. So stay tuned on how that's going to work out, because you're not going to want to miss it.
Well, Punk, thanks so much for joining us. I think I got a sweet new rig that I'm gonna take home before anybody else can get the chance to wear it.
Well, I'm happy to be here, and good luck with that.
Thank you guys so much for watching this segment of KWA Insider. If you like what you saw today, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. We're gonna be coming out with more videos in the future. And if you think you know who's taking home this sweet thing, let us know in the comments, and we'll catch you on the next episode of KWA Insider. I feel like I'm like... The crowd's cheering, everyone's clapping, and I walk out like, woo! I love it.